Hoi, I'm not late. I just, Hoi, I just had, just took a bite of my sandwich, like, as soon as the ad stopped, which I started late because I was making a sandwich. I started the stream and then I went to go make a sandwich, and then when I came back, it was, past the time where I usually hit the play ads, and so I started the ads late, and then I took a bite of sandwich as soon as the ads ended. And so I almost ran out of time, but I want to make sure y'all knew I was here, which I am. Hello. Hello. Hoi. Hoi! I have hot chip, as in hot chocolate chip cookie right out of the oven. That's not my sandwich. It's that's next to my sandwich. How sandwich? It is sandwich-y. It is sandwichy. PB&J. Basic. Can I be honest with you guys? I don't even really like PB&Js that much. Like, they're okay. I just find myself making them for lunch a lot because of how fast and easy they are to make and eat. And I tend to forget to eat before stream. So usually what happens is I start stream and then I go make a PB&J because I know that I can make that in like the 4 minutes that I have. PB&Js are mid. There was that. Does anyone remember the time where I made like Mr. Noodles during the pre-stream? I'm pretty sure I did that once. I'm pretty sure what I did, I was like, I put the water in the pot, put it on the stove, turned the stove on, ran upstairs, started stream, went back downstairs, made the pasta, came back upstairs. I was like, hey guys. Also, I have lemonade. I was sitting in my kitchen like, pasta. I was sitting in my kitchen like an hour ago. Oh my gosh, it's 22. I was sitting in my kitchen like an hour ago, being like, I'm kind of hungry, but I'm also really not hungry, but I know I should eat something before stream because I know that I'm gonna get hungry in like an hour into stream time, but then I won't be able to go get food because I'll be streaming. And I was like having the struggle debate of like, I know I need to eat something, but I don't feel hungry, but I know I should eat something. And I'm like, what do I eat? I'm not craving anything. And I'm like, I don't want anything. And then I was like, I opened the fridge and I saw lemon juice and I was like, I'm gonna make lemonade. So I made lemonade. And then as I was making it, I was like thinking about how, you know, when you're hungry, but you feel hungry, but you don't crave anything specific, it usually means that you're thirsty. And here I was just making lemonade, like, you know, I probably just needed a glass of water. Because also as soon as I started drinking the lemonade, my taste buds were like, okay, where's the food? Where's the food? I'm hungry now. And I was like, bruh. I don't like the human body. It's so complicated. It makes so much sense, but it's so complicated. There's too much to think about, game guy. There's too much to think about. Eating's the worst. You take a bite of something, and then your mouth is occupied for at least 10 seconds. And then you have to take another bite. And it's just a never-ending cycle. Eating's the worst. Chewing is so repetitive. You know what? You'll make a PB&J now, BRB. I hope you enjoy it more than I do. Where's my music? Oh, it's just very quiet. It's there though. I don't want to finish the sandwich. It's too boring. My mind sees the cookie right next to the sandwich. It's just like, I don't want the sandwich. I'm just like a child. I'm just like a child. I'm like, I don't want the food. I want the dessert. When is y'all's preferred time to eat a cookie? Right out of the oven, or like right the same, like same day baking, but like cooled off a bit, hours later, next day? When's your preferred cookie eating time? Probably depends on the cookie, right? For me, with a chocolate chip cookie, I don't like, or any cookie with chocolate in it or on it, I don't like it when the chocolate chips are like melted, because then it gets all over my hands and it gets like sticky in my mouth and stuff. So typically my preferred chocolate chip cookie eating time is the day after, because then the chocolate has hardened up again and stuff, and then you get like that little like crunch. I like the crunch of the chocolate chips. I was gonna say, why is this a Final Fantasy song? It sounds like Kingdom Hearts, but little do you know, Bree, fun fact, Kingdom Hearts. Hey Bree, did you know that the reason why Final Fantasy music and Kingdom Hearts music sound so alike is because they're both made by Square Enix? Wow, and like feature Final Fantasy characters. I almost said Fire Emblem. What if they added Fire Emblem to Kingdom Hearts? I know that's Disney, and so they never would. It's not Disney. It's not Disney. Fire Emblem's not Disney. Nintendo. Isn't Nintendo now? I mean, technically, it's Intelligent Systems. But I'm pretty sure, no, Nintendo wouldn't have bought them. Did they? I don't know. I don't keep up with my game dev lore. I just see game and I play it. I don't really care. Did I tell you guys about the coworker that like, man, he was like gatekeeping gaming so hard, and I still don't know if he was doing it just to like see how much I knew, or if he was like actually gatekeeping or not, but like it felt like so gatekeepy, so he probably was gatekeeping somewhat. But it was so out of nowhere. I was like, bro, when did I ever even like tell you I was a gamer? I don't. How did you come to this conclusion? And it's just, oh my god. I have so many things to say about this coworker. I really hope he's not somehow watching me right now. I never told him my handle, so he shouldn't know who I am. But anyway. My gosh, that man. That coworker, that he wasn't even a man at that point. He's still in school. He was in like, what's the highest grade in school for Americans? Is it seniors? I don't know. He was in grade 12. It's just, where do I even start with this, man? 12th grade, senior year high school. Yeah, that. One of the first things he did, like the first time we worked together. So this is in the escape rooms, right? Right. It's this. Y'all know that I worked in escape rooms for a time. So like, it's pretty chill. It's really casual. Like, it's not like high. What's it called? Like high active or whatever. Y'all know what I mean. Like one of the first thing he does is he shows me what was it? His physics homework. He showed me his physics homework. And he's like, "Do you like it?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Why are you showing me your homework, first of all? And second of all, I don't understand it. So no, I don't like it. What do you expect me to say here? Why are you showing me your homework?" And then every other like subtext, every time we talked, it was just like, he was like trying to ask me questions like, so what games does like Sega make? And I was like, besides Sonic? And he's like, yeah, I guess. And I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I just play video games. I don't care about the developers. And and then he pulls up like a bunch of like series that are Sega, and I'm just like, I could not care less, bro. I'm trying to watch this group do an escape room. It was so weird. But it's like, it's one of those things where like I would have been happy to talk like games with him and stuff. And like, you know, get to know him. But it's just the way that he brought up all of these topics and how he worded them. And it's just like, dude, stop. And then one time he was talking about Yakuza and how in, I think, like a dragon or something, there's like the rhythm mini game, and he was going all off about how hard it is. Like, you start with 2 songs, and the first 2 songs are so hard, and he pulled up like the video that's where like the Baka Dene or whatever comes from, and he pulls up that song and shows it to me, and he's like, "It's so hard, look at this." And I'm just watching it like, as a rhythm gamer, I'm like, yeah, this looks so hard, man. Baka Mitai, yeah, that one. It's just, and he was like, okay, this part gets really, really fast. Just watch, it gets so hard. Like, I always messed it up. And it was like 4 fast notes in a row, and I'm just like, wow, it's so hard. I should not be ragging on this coworker right now. It just baffles me. I don't know how well I described those events to you guys. Because I'm a little hyped up on the sugar and the coffee right now, but like, it was just so out of left field. Lisa Diaki says, "Yeah, the rhythm game for the singing game was easy. The one with the dancing was weird." So you agree that the mini game was easy? Like, I feel like it's, in some way, I feel like he was trying to impress me with his gaming ability by saying that it was hard and showing me it and, like, being like, yeah, but I cleared it. And I'm just sitting there like, this is the first stage and this is, like, basic rhythm game knowledge, sir, mister. You should see me play Project Sekai. You would just combust on the spot. I should have pulled it out and showed him. If I wasn't working, I would have. It's okay. It's okay though. Who wants to play Ace Attorney? I should play a Pokemon game. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, completely unrelated to Pokemon. I want to do more crowd control. So like I feel like I told myself, don't like bring it up as like a big thing on stream, okay? Just like start doing it. But here I am talking about it. So like I kind of want to do like crowd control, like make it like a monthly thing or like a bi-weekly thing maybe. I don't know, something like that. Cause it's fun. And I think it'd be like, I like the community kind of like being able to influence in some way, like what I do and things that happen. I like that. And also I want to make it like so chaotic. Like I want to make everything cheap. So I want to do like Ocarina of Time rando. And I attempted my first Wind Waker rando the other day. Just to like get the hang of it, to understand like how it works and like how to read the map and stuff. I got lost. So maybe no Wind Waker for the time being, but I'll get the hang of it. Should get you pros that you let people free coins every 30 minutes. Yeah, I would like that. I would really like that. I just have to make sure that I'm actually gonna do crowd control frequently enough. That's the only thing. I don't want to like buy it and then like not do it for a year, you know, because I want it to be worth it, because it'll be worth it for you guys, but like for me having to pay bills and stuff. But I should be able to afford it if I plan to do it often. I can convince my brain to do it, basically. But yeah. Meanwhile, here you are liking simpler rhythm games like Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm and Rhythm Quest. I want to play that one. I want to play that one. The only thing is that I don't really know Final Fantasy music that well. Do I need to know the music? Probably not. I just follow the rhythm like I do with every other game, right? Speaking of rhythm, here's some music. Lemonade. It's a one-button rhythm game? That's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. I want to try like a Project Diva type game, or like a, what's it called? Project Heart or something? Heart Rhythm. I don't know. But it's like you have like the 4 buttons. I tried it before. It was tough. But I got the hang of it. I had the demo version of the 3DS version. I eventually got the hang of it, but it was kind of weird having 4 different buttons. You didn't want to mention, but I've been very weeby recently, and it's impacting our friendship. I only ever talk to you in Twitch chat, my dude. You're actually my neighbor IRL. If you were my neighbor IRL, you would know I don't leave my house. I don't talk to my neighbors. All Canadians are neighbors. Yeah, sure. And keep telling yourself that. Adrian did it? Oh, man. Oh, dude. That sucks, dude. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. Mountain of evidence? Oh, man. I gotta call my manager about this. Hey, Adrian? Hey, Adrian? Hey, Adrian. Phoenix is saying that you did it. Is that true or nah? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to put this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? What does that even mean, dude? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Who missed? Oh, hi. Hi, Mia. Adrian is a unisex name? Apparently, in this universe, it is. We must get a complete acquittal today. Yeah, I know. I have to do my job. I know. I can't focus on Maya's situation now. Or Pearl's either. Why are we worried about Pearl? Does this, like, affect her mental health or something? I don't know. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Beep, 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 beep. It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is Mr. Attorney. This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. I forget what voice I had. Don't worry about it. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how we say, tired. No, I thought she escaped. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grrr. So threatening. Go, so threatening, Phoenix. Just like a little pupper. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. It's a bomb! I bet it's a bomb. Kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lawyer, dude, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. I thought we already told him the whole situation. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Oh my gosh, he's actually calling out the lie. Why is Bree so good at doing stupid surfer bro voice? Because I am a stupid surfer bro voice, IRL. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ungard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? Defense is ready, Your Honor. Sure. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor! Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma shot by an unknown gunman? Happy birthday! Bang, bang. Oh my gosh. No, don't put the weapon in my hand. No, it wasn't me. Kind of rude saying gunman. It could have been a gun woman. I know, right? Like hashtag equality or feminism or whatever the kids say these days. No. Shot? How were we not informed of this? How were we not informed of this? Mr. Judge? Mr. Judge? How were we not informed of this, you know, before the trial started? While we were just, you know, hanging out outside the courtroom, for 15 minutes. Why weren't we told about this? Why weren't we informed the night before? We could have, you know, delayed the trial or whatever. I don't get it. You had too much of the whip in the courtroom stupidity. It's a breeze motive. No! Mr. Judge was his dad's name. I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? But it happened in the past. Ms. Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. But she's dead! It's not true. We don't know if she's dead or not. It just said that she was shot. Didn't specify where. It could have been in the foot. She could just be unable to walk. Okay? That's it. She's alive and in stable condition. Lovely. Okay. That's good. Who? Thought he'd show up. Oh my gosh, hey! What's up, my dude? Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Of course you will. Prosecution is ready, naturally. Of course he is. Wow. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. And thus the guy's plan backfires spectacularly. Didn't think Edgeworth would show up, huh? So wait, if there's no prosecution, does the defendant just be declared, like, not guilty? Or, like, what are the rules of this universe? What are the rules of this universe? Like, are they just supposed to say, yep, the defendant is not guilty because the prosecution didn't show up. GG's, go home, everybody. Or, like, do they just schedule for another day? Like, how does this work? Must waste tax money. 3-day trial immediately, no discovery. But, like... But that doesn't explain the prosecution! Am I still supposed to, like, go through my whole shebang and, like, yeah, not guilty, here's the proof, and everyone's just gonna be like, well, we have no way to, like, disprove it, because there's no prosecution, so, not guilty. How does it work? Luckily, I have looked this case over, and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Ungard. The court acknowledges the prosecution! This feels illegal. You'll be the prosecution? Okay, get up there. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. You stinker! I want to punch you in the face! By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Ugh. Edgeworth. Your Honor, Bree literally had a gun on screen like 3 minutes ago. I'm being framed! Now then, the prosecution would like to call his first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Okay. They're all government employees under the District Attorney Chief Prosecutor's Office. It's probably fine, yeah. Who needs confidentiality in this world? For now? What do you mean for now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn my badge, sir. Oh no! He needs the money! He needs that job! To pay for the noodles that he eats. Prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Now cheer up before I punch you in the face. Yes, sir. Now let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very tough fight. Rough fight and tough. Rough and rootin' tootin' yeehaw. It would have to be with Edward. It would have to be with Edward as I put what? No, oopsies. Anyways, moving on. My mind is everywhere right now, guys. Bear facts? Why are we talking about bears? This is a murder trial. This murder happened after the Harris murder, sir. The victim, Juan Corda, was found dead in the hotel room. After looking at his cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty car case. However, we later found out that the car case had nothing to do with the murder. Okay. Fun bear fact. Pandas aren't true bears and are closer to raccoons than most bears. Did you know that koala bears aren't actually bears? Do you guys know why? Do you guys know why koalas aren't considered bears? Because they don't have the right qualifications. After the awards ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Well, the victim and the defendant went alone into the room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. That's offensive to koalas? Oh my gosh. Look, it's just a bear fact, okay? The fact is that they're not qualified for the position, okay? Murder happened after the Okay. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. Happy, why are you here? Okay, no fighting in my chat. Everybody's welcome here, Inky. No fight, even, yeah. If they want. And about 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. Special post-ceremony show. We're supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Just to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Okay. Okay. So from 6 to 8. And then 30-minute break. So around 8:30? Hang on, wait. Do I have the autopsy? I don't even have the autopsy. Wait a second. Why don't I get an autopsy report? Hello? person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? It's always a self-report. Who's this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's a friend of my Mountain Guards manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir.
Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. I want to kick this judge off the stand.
When the both share my shows with respect, sir, she went to get Mr. On guard. After visiting his room, she went to the victim's room to get ready for the show, sir.
I see, and that's when she found the victim's body. Hi, TC!
He was definitely murdered.
Cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corda was stabbed in the chest?
Only Carol's amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal.
Okay, well, where's my autopsy report? Where is my autopsy report?
Real protesters should be drawn here. There's been
Bandana? Oh, they're saying it's strangling. Where's my autopsy report? Banana. No! You can't tell me and the judge have the same brain cell here. You cannot tell me. I refuse to acknowledge this.
Here's Bandana, sir. That's the same wrapped around tightly around his neck, sir.
But isn't that just... No, a banana. Judge, please. Judge, please. Judge, please! Banana. Phoenix Wright fighting for his defendant's life. The judge. Banana. Monkey. So, wait, what was I gonna say? Right, so the bandana. Doesn't it make more sense? Cause, okay, don't they usually wear, like, bandanas around the neck when they, like, in costume? If they have, like, some kind of, like, you know, armor or, like, a helmet or something like that. You know, like, it's part of the costume. And, like, the way that it's tied and everything, like, there's no way it's strangling. It can't be strangling. Well, it could be. Okay, it can be strangling, yes. But, like, I don't know. This kind of, the way that it's tied and everything, it just looks like the costume. Hang on, wait. So, he's the Jammin' Ninja? Do I have an image of the Jammin' Ninja? Or no? I think I just have Nickel Samurai. I know you can, but... I don't know. It's just... Why didn't I get an autopsy report?
You know, just shotgun the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have crafty murderer on our hands here. Oh, thank you for the autopsy. Thanks. Would have appreciated this, you know, yesterday.
First, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty car.
Why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. We couldn't find it anywhere in the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
We thought that too, but
What?
Hi, Apple! Only fingerprints of the guitar cases with the victims.
Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. He could have opened it and then left it open while the guitar was taken. What does the autopsy say? I have no idea. It says words, probably. Time of death, 8:15. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. I don't know if look, okay, look. I will accept that he may have been strangled, but it's just the fact that we didn't get the autopsy report and we were not like told at all in any way, shape, capacity that it may like, you know, that it was or was not the knife. Like just okay, whatever. We'll convince you it had nothing to do with the case. The case wasn't part of the case.
Tara was not talking about our hotel that night.
But what about the case? You could have the case be part of the case murder without the guitar.
But the guitar was eventually found at the TV store. The victim, Juan Corda, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have a guitar.
That guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So he really had nothing to do with the case after all. Case. Case closed.
Well, actually, case open if you look at this image here. Ah! Objection! Just wanted to... First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana, stares at the judge. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworks back in full swing. So, you know what? They probably just stabbed him with the knife then so that Matt's fingerprints would have been at the scene. Because, yeah. This isn't the usual dummy. Yeah, she got shot. It wasn't me. Why arrest on guard?
Man on guard and Juan Corda were here to rival with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the German ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ungar's hakama. His fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
The assassin you called worked. Are you the killer? Are you the killer? Oh my gosh. The killer's been here all along. I want to like you, but you're so bad at your job. I like him because he's bad at his job. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was just sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came off pretty clearly, sir.
Man. But the killer's the one that took care of Von Karma, but it's not specified that the killer was the one that actually did the killing. Judy says hi. I love her. She likes listening to me talk about turtles. Hang on. She likes listening to me talk about turtles. I can't believe this. At Junie.
Button.
Was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Yes, and as we know that the blood is the victim's blood, sir.
What? Oh, man. Egg. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright? What if he's the killer? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Mr. Wright, please stop acting like a race car. You are an adult in court. Sorry, Your Honor. Martin Garden Hawkwood, we're here driving with each other. Can't accuse Edgeworth, he's my boyfriend. The killer's name is Killer, but that doesn't mean he is killing. Yeah. Yeah. Because the killer is the killer of another killing, but not this killing. The killer only kills sometimes. Please no hints, advice, or spoilers. Mr. Wright, act like an adult. Compared to you, I want banana. In terms of popularity, Mr. Agard won, did he not? Yeah. You know which I brought a pal? One court, I was always one step behind Mr. Agard and everything. This year, it seems like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corda lost the Grand Prix at the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Wait 1 second there. Wait, what'd he say? Mr. Agard was beating Mr. Corda in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Okay, well, at all is kind of strong, but like, yeah, that can't, just meaning that that can't be the motive. Not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you too, Edward, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. No. My poor pension too. Oh no. If you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Oh my gosh, bro. I just want to give him a hug. I just want to give him a hug. You have any proof that button belonged to the victim? What do you mean? Let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Oh, well, can you tell by just looking at it? Yes, unfortunately, I can. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterwards. Mr. Edward, help me, sir! Got him! Knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Aw, man. The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. Not thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Who took the time to try that? Yeah, that's it. That's a perfect match, pal. Oh my gosh. Who would take the time? Also, Mia, can you just shut up? Like, you add nothing right now. Oh my god, Edward. Yeah, he alive. For real. He's for real, pal. Hi, Wizard, how you doing? When was the button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corda. And we did a search on the mall, and that's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. Police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? How could he possibly have known that if he just walked into this court case today? Also, so wait, so if he was wearing the hakama at the time, like, okay, wait, so it was found in Mr. Ungar's hakama. What's the hakama? Is that the pants? Is that the pants? How would it stick there? How would it fit in there? How? Okay, bye, Inky. Have fun, I guess. Just murder the judge. No more trials, please. Okay, hang on. You guys chew ice? It's fun. Hakama. No, not kahakama. Hakama. Type of traditional Catholic clothing. Trousers worn by members of the Chinese Imperial Court. Okay, they are the pants, okay. The lower. The button was found in the fold of the pants. Jammin' Ninja has the guitar. Cause he's jammin'. He's a jammin' ninja. Cause he be jammin'. Okay. So they said that the button was found in the hakama, and right after the murder was discovered, they gathered everybody and searched them, and that's when they found the button in the hakama. So it's probably planted somehow, honestly, because I don't know. Keep that on the back burner. Put that on the back burner. Keep it simmering. Keep it warm. My fingerprints were also all over the knife. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Arranged? What do you mean, pal? If we believe Dakila, all this evidence is planted. I mean, that's true. By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, now what do you mean? Well, we didn't actually think about that. You can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless, were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. Okay, but all over, does that mean it was on the blade too? That seems a little dangerous. And it brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Bought the knife, brought the knife. Sorry, pal, this is a pocket knife. Doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder, we're done for. Yeah, what's up? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Unguard's fingerprints. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel at closing. Well, it's a good thing that we got a judge that's very incompetent. Let's find the weakness in this testimony. Yeah, it has to do with the evidence we just got, clearly. So, what do we get? We got the button. Ripped from the costume, covered in Carter's blood, found in the hakama. Bears the victim's blood and the gun's fingerprints. And the Crab Gatewater is engraved. That's the hotel. Oh! Duh, it says bought. Yeah, that wasn't a typo. It's actually, he bought the knife for the crime. Couldn't have bought it because it's part of the...
It's the hotels. I can read. So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder, and simply that my client bought a knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant
Did not buy this knife. Yeah, she can read. You guys want some lemonade? You guys want some lemonade? Condensation. No. Condensation. Emma. No. You'll take some? Here you go. Fax it over. Will do. Can you feed your cat some too? I mean, if you want. It's your cat. Your responsibility. Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. You're putting you in a Phoenix Wright mood? Do it! Play the game! Suffer with me! Kate want to seal center to the handle! It's just napping so peacefully? Dump lemonade on him. I mean, what? Don't do that. Don't do what I just suggested. That's a bad idea.
I think I've heard that name before.
That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. You incompetent fool. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that's very true. This is very big. I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. Yes, it has, obviously, because I just said it was not premeditated. I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
Oh, no. Because he's got fired.
Question is, where did this knife come from? Boy, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corda's room. No, I mean, he's right. Edgeworth is right. Why did Gumshoe get fired? Because he sucks at his job. When did he get fired? Like literally right before this trial. I think Von Karma fired him, if I think about it. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and a fork on the table! Oh! I mean, Vodka was being smart for once. I know, right? Where in the world did this knife come from? It came from one guard's room. I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Amat on guard. As if people would actually remember in this vivid detail. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna assume that they have pictures of the rooms. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. The thing that I noticed the first time I stepped foot in that room. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Ungard's knife was missing. Mr. Ungard has gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. That's where the knife came from. Phoenix barfed it up. So you're the killer! I mean, no. No, it wasn't me. Who was it? Matt Ungard? Yes. Case closed. Maya's dead. Mr. Edgeworth, absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. Are you surprised, Mia? Are you shocked? Maya, no one liked her. I mean, she's a little dumb sometimes, but I like her. Kind of, a little bit. It's supposed to be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. Murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honor's time. So why didn't we just tell Edgeworth, like, what was happening? Like, I guess, like, I know that we're mad at him and everything for, like, you know, faking his death. But, like, why couldn't we just say, like, hey, Edgeworth, Maya's currently kidnapped, and I have to prove Matt Ungard not guilty in order to get her back and free her and stuff. And, would you mind helping me out here a little bit? Please? Thanks. This proves this murder was premeditated. How does that change things? Yeah, we kind of just... I don't... My one person liked her. And his whole thing is all I can do is get every criminal declared guilty. Why though? Why though? I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? Means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. That's exactly what he just said, Mia. That's exactly the wording that Edgeworth just used, you idiot. That does not clarify things anymore. In other words, new evidence. Yeah, I feel like that's Phoenix, you idiot. Well, can I save? I don't trust this game anymore. The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. Yeah, I see that. The answer is something wrong here. A gavel of his he'll be ringing the sound of our defeat. Pull something out of your butt as evidence. You have something important and necessary to present to this court? I don't freaking know, man. I'm currently being blackmailed because my friend is being taken hostage. And you guys should go be, figuring that out instead of this court at this current moment. Will that fly in court? I don't know. Gossip land. Did I read this? Oh, I did. That's a scandal. Do I have something important and necessary to present to the court? Something, but why does it say 16? Why is it 16? Hey, I'm being blackmailed. Maya will be put in a worse situation. How do you know? How do you know, though? Last time we saw Maya, she was escaping. So, like, whether that already happened or not, waiting for Larry Butts to suddenly appear and say something dumb ultimately says the case.
What if it's the wine glass? This wasn't mentioned yet. Huh? This wasn't mentioned. Oh, this wasn't mentioned, was it? No sign. It's been drank. Kind of sketch, don't you think? Because then the killer would know it wasn't a not guilty verdict. Well, I saved. So yeah, I do. Tomato juice. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. I'll say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you this one chance. And only one. Try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Oh! Oh, they're legit. Oh. What is this important evidence that you must show to I don't freaking know, man! I don't know! What are we talking about? Suicide. But like, I thought that if it was in here, in this section, then it was already like presented to the court in some way. I mean, I guess not like these, but like... Maya has not been presented to the court yet. It's Ace Attorney, you can't use logic. I don't understand. Wine. I don't think that... It's a wine glass, is it not? Yes. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. This scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase is broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. How do you know that? Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant another consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes. It is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. Stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? You telling me I just pulled this out of my butt because I had no other thing to share? How could you? Safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. Now, why would she do that? Edgeworth? If what you're suggesting could even possibly be true, why would she do something like that? Why would you discover a dead body, a corpse, in the middle of a hotel room, and instead of, going to report it, you just pour yourself a glass of tomato juice, put it on the counter, and then walk away. Edgeworth? No, Apple, here's the... Apple! I'm trying to say that doesn't make sense, Edgeworth. I'm trying to say you're not making sense. Therefore, we need to continue. You dummy. Oh, like she walked in with it. Oh, yeah, sure. So shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. I feel like if she wasn't thinking, she would have just dropped it on the floor.
okay? It was undrunk, okay? Like, okay, you could say, okay, here's Edgeworth. I know we're going to be going through this like through the voice of Phoenix anyways, but I need you guys to like hear me out here, okay? So, as he is suggesting, Adrian walked into the room with the full glass of tomato juice. Can I just call it wine? It's freaking wine. It's not tomato juice. Tomato juice is disgusting. She walked in with the wine glass full of wine. It is untouched. Okay? No sign has been drunk. So, with this logic that Edgeworth is pulling out of his butt, it's making it sound like Adrian went into the room with the undrunk wine glass to give to Juan. First of all, why would she do that? Second of all, that would imply that the wine bottle is not in the room, okay? But their wine bottle is in the room. There is no wine bottle in the other room. I don't think so. I have no way of checking. But I don't think so. I do not think so. I do not recall there being one in the other room. It was only in the crime scene. Therefore, Mr. Edgeworth, you yourself are confirming my own suspicions. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hoi Hal. You're a refugee from a crayon box far away. Thank you for the lurk. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I mean, yeah, sure, it's possible, but like, no, she didn't. If I appear weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. Just lie, Mr. Wright. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Really wasting my time here, Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? You call me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? Only negative 20 years to retirement. Edgeworth's actually doing his job? Dang it. Can't believe this. Tingly. You love Edgeworth? Why? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. What? Oh, man. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corda. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned. The woman was too stunned to speak, and set the glass down on the dresser. I'm just imagining the situation, like, just, you walk into a crime scene, see the dead body, and like, you know, instead of like screaming, dropping the glass, like running out immediately, none of those things. You walk up to it with like a completely shocked expression, put the glass down, and just like stare at the body like, I should go tell the police. And then you walk away. That's what this picture looks like to me. Why didn't you weren't you told not to talk to the police? Yeah. Yeah, they said don't talk to the police. Edgeworth ain't no police. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. Like, I don't think that the killer said don't tell anybody. He literally just said don't go running to the police, don't go calling the cops. Like, everybody else is free game. Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. You said that at the beginning of this trial, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Why? Why though? You're winning. You're winning right now. Why? Why? You're winning. Hold on, Judge. I need a style on Mr. Wright. Freaking butt. This isn't your average Miles Edgeworth. It's almost like he's trying to help us or something, but in like the least sketchy way possible. He's the legend that you fear. He has become a super Edgeworth. He's come miles from where he once was. It's kilometers. Phoenix Wright, if it was made by Canadians instead of Americans or Japanese. Wait. No way, the Japanese use kilometers too. Never mind. Miles per hour? Bailiff, please clean the next witness, please. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Is it Adrian? Oh, it's all big. Of course. Wait, of course it's not Adrian, because Adrian is the Adrian's gonna be the last one, because Adrian is the killer, and they never bring the killer to be the first witness. It's always the last witness, because it's at that point where we find out and make it revealed to the entire world that this is the killer right here, Your Honor. Get shot. Hi. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Edgy boy. It's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. Haha, old thing. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the wicked witch of that witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Comment Edgeworth W. Edgeworth's entire swager shattered. Hey,
Hey, Edgeworth, I bet you regret keeping this trial going now, huh? Huh? You probably regret this now, huh? You should just let me win. Let me have this.
Terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
So, like, does that actually shoot things or what? I thought it was fake gun.
I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
See, they should be together. See, she's the one that the judge should be, like, fawning over because they're the same age. That's a lot less weird. I wanted to be last to get arrested. This is not the witness I called for. Bring in Adrian Andrews first, please. Oh no, please, by all means interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you are a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him.
You're the same age, madam.
I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corda.
But those two are the same age. Me and Phoenix sharing brain cells.
As I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Okay. Ugh. Objection! Get this old bag off the stand.
After the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was not something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was Angard, Matt Angard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Okay. How do I refute this? How do I object to this? Internal screaming. So, Mr. Ungod came out from the victim's room. Oh man. Oh man. I need to fix my posture. She is holding a ray gun. She brought a gun to court. Arrest her, please. Lemonade makes my mouth tingle. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
Lobby, I was supposed to help set up on the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. I'll have you know it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me.
Oh no, Adrian has an alibi. Oh, fudge. That's when you went to hang around the victim's door?
Hoi, Father Evan! Welcome in. Hoi, hello, welcome.
Something you were interested in, and just what was that?
It's not something some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip?
Huh? Gossip? Gossip? Gossip land? Gossip land? Oh my gosh. She wants to leave Butts for Edgeworth? Nobody wants to be with Butts. It should prove relevant. Should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended in her testimony later. Okay. Okay. Kept an eye out. Would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corder's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why I ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
Oh my gosh, he's just like me. Oh gosh, he's just like me. No! No, 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 no. I take that back. 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 Well, that would explain why your age was not included on the report.
Oh, I freaked up. Oh, I freaked up.
Witness when saw someone, correct? Yeah. Saw someone showed up. It was a man coming out of one room. Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. Don't you?
It's Shredder!
Don't you say it in the very next line? Sort of information has been carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room. He was? I'm too scared. I can't say this name out loud.
I was on guard. You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
Yes, see?
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. The person's clothes! Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters.
Just say it!
Now, what was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
The racing jacket? You mean he wasn't in costume? Oh my gosh! I love this game. This is a fun game.
Just steal a rake and a plaster.
Vroom. He was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right. Yeah. Was his testimony just not important and relevant? It sure was. It sure was. It was very important. Yeah. Go. Shut up, Edgy. Yeah, just let me do it. Why are you objecting? Why are you objecting? You just have to just let me do it. Just let me do my job. Your Honor, I request that the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. How do you think she would react if Edgy wore the racing jacket? Mr. Red, I don't think the clothes matter. They matter in the last two cases. So, I either have to do this one or the button, I think. It's either the button or the picture of the Nickel Samurai. Probably the button. The button's more likely, I think. Miss Oldbag?
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
It's button number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Who counts right to left? Oh wait, it's Japan. Now I know she's obsessed fan. She identified it with a single glance.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Madam, this is evidence. No, it's America. It's Japan, America. Japanese America. What's the term you kids use? Japan America? Yeah, that's it. Japan. This button was discovered on Mr. Udgar's body during a full body search.
See, Japanimation. This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal Engard.
He was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakuba pants.
See? And Engard is the nickel samurai.
Witness? Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant Matt Engard was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, then maybe instead of putting it was ridiculous looking out, you agree this place is hideous, right? You got a tape recorder in my chest. It's heavy, so heavy. I just wish you were such a
What you saw in actuality was not Mr. Engard, the man, but Mr. Engard, the nickel samurai.
When you think about it. Yeah, when you think they're really one and the same anyway.
But, okay, look. The only thing that I can think about with this argument is that, like, he could have been wearing the race jacket and the pants, but, like, I love this song. I very much enjoyed this song. There's just something about it. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Don't say it, just say it's important and agree with me for a change. That is the exact reaction I have whenever that song starts playing. Carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you. I've already done it about 5,000 times.
On guard. Yes, now I remember. The nickel samurai, that's right. It was the nickel samurai that I saw.
Sorry, something caught in my throat.
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
But you just said that as he was leaving, that he was wearing the race jacket, so that the race jacket is not part of the costume. So it doesn't make sense for you to be just completely changing your testimony like this. Was he or was he not wearing the jacket? I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. I'm like psychic or something.
Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Youngins, today I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and that is what I say is the truth.
Get her off the stand. Just get her off. Just
get her off. Just kick her. And I kick her, sir.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. The possibility does exist. It happened last time with the victim. You know, Miss Oldbag, last year in the last trial that you testified for. Do you remember that? Huh? That's exactly what happened.
A nickel samurai. Wait. I can press this. Why?
You talk about the circus? But it wasn't actually a person wearing a costume. It was a bus that had a cape on it. Would you please get on with your testimony? This has nothing to do with it. I was wondering why we could press this. It's so pointless. It's actually, oh gosh. Okay. The victim wore the outfit. Oh, that part, yes. I was thinking murderer. I was thinking the murderer, sorry. This whole case is a callback to the Steel Samurai case? Sure is. Be a little more careful in your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago. Then let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what were your grand dream?
What's your grand dream?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of public's court. So what?
See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
Well,
what I said earlier, who puts any weight into things like that? And the now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
All that matters is that a man was inside the costume. Isn't that enough?
Judge Wagner, press Oldbag's claim that it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. I got an achievement for that. Amazing. Why would that be?
That way, no one can see his face, of course.
There's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
You're such an annoying child. You know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me? Yeah.
So wait, what are we talking about?
Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. Okay. He had to go to that post-ceremony show after. Uh-huh. Is there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture.
Gesture. Do you guys say gesture or gesture? It included the Jammin' Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when Engard came out of Dare Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see. So wait. Yeah. Wait. I feel like I was not paying attention. Let me ask you this one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai.
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think so hard in this one. It's literally so obvious, Phoenix. Like, come on, man. It's sitting in plain sight. Yeah, the question is what that contradiction means for us. I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Phoenix, you idiot. Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was a Nickel Samurai I saw. Would have been convenient. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Me is literally like, it's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. Just point it out. Meanwhile, me, who's coming down from her caffeine sugar high, is like, what? What? Where am I? Yeah, genuinely though, like, hang on. I feel like at this point is when I stop paying attention. No one can see the face. There's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would have made him stand out all the more. You're such an annoying child. I disagree with anything to say. It was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? All I can answer was supposed to go on stage in the friendly gesture thing. That included the Jam Ninja, of course included, and that's why when Edgar came out of your homeroom, I didn't even know what I thought. Oops, that's the wrong button. Sorry, my bad, my bad. So, what do I have? Very obvious things, obviously. Well, he's in costume. Here's the thing. She does have a point where like it makes sense for him to be in costume, but also the contradiction of, you know, what he was wearing and stuff. Man, I literally just went from like 98% straight down to like 37. The brain has stopped functioning. Brain has left the chat. It was the Nickel Samurai. Do I have to like show this in some way? Maybe? Possibly? Because like it's the Nickel Samurai. What else would I have? What else do I have that I could possibly show? What am I not remembering? What am I not remembering? Not too long ago you said you were with me. he's not. Yeah. Not, yeah. 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 What if I save? No, I hit the wrong button again. Bruh. Okay. What if I show it here? Is this the man you saw? Yes. Well, fudge. Darn, that's not it. Your Honor? Your Honor? Monkey. The Nickel Samurai, that's... it would have been convenient. Wear his costume during the murder. You'd have to... What am I missing? So wait. So what are we trying to contradict here right now? Because she said that we were like so he was wearing the racing jacket. She's like, yeah, or whatever, and then we were like, but that then how would the button get into the pants? And so she's like, well, he was actually in costume, and so we're trying to prove that he wasn't in the costume, or like what are we trying to contradict here? Are we trying to contradict that it wasn't him in the costume, or are we trying to contradict that he wasn't in costume? Wait. He must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing Juan. Wait. Could it be here because of the gloves? He would have been wearing gloves? Could that be it? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, wait. I feel it. That's good. Wait. Is to confess something after the put. What do you mean confess something? Wait. All the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing. Please jam ninja. That's included. That's why when Edgar came out of Holland's room, Tinger say that. I feel like there's always one, like, easy thing that just stumps me for no reason. I'd be overthinking or something. Probably. I think I'm overthinking it a lot. I think I'm really overthinking it. Can I get my health back? Hehe. Nothing happened. You guys didn't see that. What if I put the controller down and then just like walked away? Didn't see what? Good. What if I just take a moment, stop thinking about the game for a second, and drink some water? Not lemonade, drink some water. And we just don't think about the game for a second so that we can come back with fresh mindset, and all that jazz. So how's everyone's day? You know, do you want a hint? Maybe. I think really bad, but you got better. That's wonderful. Not that it was really bad, but that you got better, because that is always true. Even when you're at your lowest, the only direction that you can go is up. Therefore, can only get better from here. Trying to get over a cold before golf tonight. You're gonna be on the show? Heck yeah. Vote Florida man? Okay. If I'm there, I'll vote Florida man. Did I have something going on tonight? I don't remember. I feel like this morning my mom was like mentioning something about tonight or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm available. I don't do anything Friday nights. Oh wait, no, that was my DMs. That was my DMs yesterday. That's what I said that. You'll be on retreat? Yeah! Everybody pray for the young adults. Woo! You're in much better condition than Mr. Peter Tony. Is he sick? Oh, that's not good. Okay. More young adult retreats! Okay. So, what do I have? What do I have? I have a picture of the Nickel Samurai. I have a press conference ticket. I have the tabloid article. I have a guide map. I have a guitar case. I have a wine glass. I have a crime photo. I have the autopsy. Oh. Wait. Is this it? Do I just show the autopsy report? No, I don't. Objection! Try to think before you make. I'm trying! I am trying! Ah! Okay, I think I need a hint. I need to get my health back.
don't need to think too hard on this one. Ugh. Mia, it's so obvious. Just do it. And meanwhile, Phoenix is like, do what? The Nickel Samurai, yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime. So he must have worn the costume when he was stabbing Juan. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai I saw. It would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that show right after the crime. He must have worn the Nickel Samurai costume. It was... Let's see. I'm pretty sure I already tried this one with this statement, right? It would have been convenient for him to wear his costume. Would it have been, though? Pretty big and bulky, don't you think? Your Honor? Clothing. Nah, butts. Don't think too hard on this one. Mia, just tell me! Oh my gosh. Do you have anything that would show he couldn't have been wearing gloves if he... It would show he couldn't have been wearing gloves if he committed... No. Not at all. Bye, Apple. How fingerprint if gloves? Yeah. Oh. So I was just showing the wrong thing. Oh. I was showing the wrong thing. I was on the right track. I was just too hooked up on the costume and not the fingerprints. Thank you, Lim. That's what I needed. I needed the other perspective. It's a knife! Big deal! Ugh. You're trying to scare me with that. I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. It's the knife that was used for the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to the case? Fingerprints. Is that what you're driving at? No, I'm driving at a wall. Whose car are we driving? Mr. God is really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder. Then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife, unless he was using it before the murder. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh no. The Nickel Samurai wore gloves, doesn't he? Probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Now, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Who would do that? Why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show, which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Multiple times in this very trial, in fact. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? Yeah, if there was no intent, then why did they take, how knife get to room? How knife get other room? How knife move? How knife move? This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? You yourself said that it was a premeditated murder because knife. Knife. This was used by Mr. Edgar at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, that he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corida. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory is flawed from one suppositions. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Glove marks? Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. This knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matthew. It's to frame my client, Mr. Ungard, of course. To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? Why else would there be a planting? We just established that the witness saw the little samurai in costume. If that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Ha ha ha! Witness! Witness!
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo?
Can we ban her from court? She has been of no help in either case. She just needs to be banned. Did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Ungard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their door because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
Ban Lotta first.
But
I don't know. I think Old Bag needs to go first. Then Lotta, shortly after. Like 2 minutes after. She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then, who were you waiting for around then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corda, am I correct, witness?
The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible taste of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of?
Being a judge. So Old Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corida. Maybe Phoenix, maybe the Old Bag was waiting around for that person. What person? Miss Old Bag, you were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? having an affair. They were having an affair.
Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Udgar's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. This is, I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it could be called such a thing. And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
What in the world are you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've got some information, some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation, in secret, of course.
What for?
Oh, just for myself, personal reasons and all that. I think she's a little parasocial. I don't know, it's just a little hunch. Just a little hunch that she may be a little parasocial, just a sprinkle.
Will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I simply cannot let this point slide. Very well then. Witness, please testify about the secret information.
Okay. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. It's not like we're 10 years old. To her, we sure are.
That Engard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so he took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else can, but you and me know yet, okay?
And also everybody else here in court. And it's also on the court records, and will be for the rest of time.
Defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful project for this court.
Nobody's above gossip. And isn't it there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. I have proof otherwise. Do I? I assume I do. This proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. This means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go against Adrian's wishes because she's the murderer. Oh boy. As the old saying goes, you've gotta burn old bags with fire.
I feel like that's illegal in court, Phoenix. Fire up the afterburners to hit the highway to the danger zone. Are those lyrics? Those sounds like lyrics. Secret information. Engard is what evil man. What say you to the why say you that? You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander.
But it's true. That woman was being intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss A.A.
But the name of the magazine this comes from is Gossip Land.
What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth.
I mean, she's not entirely right, but she also does have a point. The news are like 98% truth, like 99% truth. The 1% is like what they leave out of the stories.
Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And Enguarde will never get me to say touche. Who? What are you talking about, lady? You crazy. You so crazy.
He thought he could ruin poor Juan. Okay. Scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking about the word scandal. Even I know that much.
Well, that Enguarde thought he could own a monopoly on popularity.
Okay. He sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. You don't have any proof that Mr. Enguarde did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right.
You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Lol. Can you show me proof that Enguarde didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Can I? I mean, I have his words, but I don't think we have that in writing. I don't think we can. I don't think we can. Or if we do, then if we do, then I'll hang on. What do you mean by took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need.
That's assault. You're going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this!
Is it actually doing anything?
It's too bad that the woman didn't come through the door that night.
Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know the secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill the hole into my brain, you'll never find it.
Oh, the world did that old bad kid is such a secret piece of information.
Oh, wait a second.
Tabloid article about the victim was in the case? Like this one? An article from the tabloid. This one. Oh my gosh. She found Lotta's camera case. Oh my god, what if I press further? Or can I just skip that and present evidence? I'm gonna no one else is supposed to know this top secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that!
Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
Outrageous ideas, you say?
No. I said impressions.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless.
Ah, that's it. That's the note. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She just has it. Oh, man.
This is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy.
You're the one who took Miss Hunt's notes?
I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Ungard. She said so herself. Ungard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a little duck. I was only checking that what she had written. Edgy Poo, you really believe me, don't you? Ugh. I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Oh my gosh! I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. I don't even care. Junie! Hoi! Hoi, everybody! Hi! Hoi, hello! Welcome in! Welcome in! For those who do not know, as you're with the chair from the top rope. No! Oh my gosh! Dwoodle! Dwoodle Wade! Hoi everybody! For those who don't know, my name is Bree. I am a variety bard VTuber, and I do annual music streams every year on February 29th. Welcome in. Like I said, I'm a variety streamer. I do a little bit of everything here and there. I do video games, I do art, I do music. Right now we're playing through Ace Attorney, Justice for All, spoilerinos. A little bit, just a little sprinkle of spoilerinos. We are on case 4, episode 4 of the second game, so bear that in mind, okay? And Edgeworth over here with the top-notch insult that I am definitely stealing. Putting that in my back pocket. Because that's a good one. Can I screenshot it? Let's screenshot it. I don't want to lose it, so I'm gonna copy paste it over here real quick. Okay, on we go. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. It looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? I mean, what will putting on more pressure do? I don't holding on to for some vicious mockery? Yeah, precisely. But like, I don't know, like, will putting more pressure on give us anything, or will that just be like mean? I don't know, I feel like that's just mean. Like, what else can we get from her for this? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness! You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from that terrible, lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, darn it. I can prove it.
Language in the court, Phoenix. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
This old bag? I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Was it the camera? Was it the camera? Was it the camera or was it the guitar? Do I just show the camera again? Egg? This old bag. That note was with the camera inside its case, wasn't it? Bloody egg. No, it's a button. It's a button. It does look like an egg though, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Egg. Yesterday, Lana Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, my sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Wait, witness!
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too.
Oh, looks like you found me out again, Sonny. She needs to be in jail. Is this the camera you're looking for? Girl, arrest her right now. Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
That's called theft.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Theft.
Check the camera's photos, hurry! We must examine them at once.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Really? Only one? Aw, butts. Ah, butts. That sure do look like the Nickel Samurai leaving Juan's room. Aw, man. That's not good.
I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Aw, butts. Well, this went poorly. Maybe we shouldn't have pressured her. Maybe we should reload the save. Just kidding. This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Bro.
Okay, Junie, I love you too. Thank you for the alert.
How do we disprove this? There's two costumes. The defendant. No, it's not. It's the killer. It's the killer. I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. We haven't shown you this. We haven't shown you this or this or this or these. These are very important. Very, very important. Suicide. There is suicide involved. I'm not done yet. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? We're done for. Raise your objection and blow it. I'm gonna say. There's only one road out of this mess. Blows your mind that Judy eats lunch at 3 p.m. I've done it before. Well, there has to be something strange with it, because they're giving me the option. It's been a while since you made it to a Bree stream. Hoy. Also, it's Bingo. Change your username. Oh, Hoy, welcome. A nameless wanderer. Do you still want to go by Bingo, or do you want something else? Do you want Wanderer? Do you want me to call you by what I called my Wanderer from Genshin Impact? Since you're a nameless wanderer, would you like me to give you a name a la Wanderer from Genshin Impact? You can call it if you want to. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. Scaramouche! I didn't call him Scaramouche. What did I call him? I forget what I call him. You're just shook. I've done it before. If you have a late supper, then you need a late lunch too, because you can't have your lunch and your dinner too close together, or else it doesn't make sense.
I knew this was coming, right? Uh-oh. I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo.
I'm not bluffing! I'm totally bluffing. I'm not bluffing, she says, absolutely bluffing.
There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright?
You normally eat breakfast at like 6:45, so typically you're hungry. Yeah. But see, that makes sense. That makes sense for your schedule. But like, if you wake up at like 11 a.m., roll out of bed, turn on stream, your lunch is basically your breakfast, so. I'm not saying that's what Junie did, but.
Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. You really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo? Then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts?
Hang on. So, if walking out of Corda's room, based on the angle, it looks like it would have been taken from the door of On Guard's room. Which makes me believe that the camera was lost/stolen prior to the plantings. You who had sugar cookies for breakfast because you ran out of milk for cereal? I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? It's basically the same thing as eating like a sugar cereal. You're just not using the milk. Brinner is at 11 p.m. post Junie collab. When's that happening? When is that happening? Huh? Yeah, it is. I do it all the time. Do you guys realize how much sugar I put on my Rice Krispies in the morning? Too much. Soon? Girl, you just have to hit me up and be like, we're playing this. And I'll be like, okay. Okay, yeah, so based on the Sugar Rice Krispies, my beloved. Yeah! What about this photo is strange. The angle. Yeah, so that's the door. Yeah, so this is Juan's room. And we know it's Juan's room because of all the flowers next to it. The flowers and the bears. Because On Guard's room just had like those round standy things. Ever have that one knockoff version of Frosted Flakes for breakfast and it's not frosted at all whatsoever? That's called Corn Flakes. And they're not actual knockoffs. It's actually just a completely different cereal. Reese's Puffs are superior. Then you get sugar milk at the bottom. Yes! Judy and I, same brain cell. So what's strange about this? I want to say it's the door.
want to say I have to like pick the door or something. The door opens in and not out. Haha. Yup. Sure. Jonathan, what are you doing? Yeah, do I have to present this little square over here? That's not a square, that's a triangle. Crunchy, nut, and Frosties are cornflakes with different flavoring. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they call them like Frosties. Wait, Hal and I talked about this once. About how in America they're called like Frosted Flakes, but in like the UK and like Europe and stuff, yeah, they're called Frosties. So I feel like I have to like kind of prove the angle somehow to be like, this is where it was taken from, but I'm just not sure what I need to pick to determine that. Spiritual direction. Oh, it wasn't really spiritual direction, but somewhere around here, I think. Okay, when you say I think, somewhere around here. Okay, look. Okay, guys, you know what? You know what, guys? I don't feel like I'm appreciated for my abilities here. No, it wasn't spiritual direction. It was I was just speaking with the vocations director of a religious order. That's not food. Come at. Was it the door? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Boop. Boop. It's this person here, of course. Oh, of course. Duh. It's the person in the photo. Jonathan, do you mind? Jonathan? You're so shitty, man. Ugh. Look at their feet. Since you got it by accident, their feet, they look like pants. They look like pants. They don't have feet. Oh, wait. Oh, kind of short, don't you think? Oh, they're shorter. Oh, I see. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Jonathan, get out of there. Jonathan, come here. Come here. Jonathan, come on. We have been defeated. Jonathan is innocent of all charges. He just tried to eat a picture frame. I don't think he's innocent. Give Jonathan a treat. Whee! Figuring out a vocation sucks. I'm not having a good time.
Twitch just randomly closed it on you. You're back. Welcome back. Photo finish. Relate to that. You're not alone. That it sucks. I don't want to do it. Somebody else do it for me. That happens to me sometimes. I'll just be watching and then the video will stop. I'll look over. It's just like, this page has crashed. It's like, okay, whatever. At the time of the murder, Mr. Udgard was in his own room, which means that Nickel Samurai is in fact a different person. If you think that's all it takes, you should reconsider your choice of occupation. Ugh. I think it's about time you retired. I think it's time you've retired. Looks like there was no problem with this photo after all. Problem was with the brain of that lawyer, Your Honor. Wait. You're the one who let your lost chance fly away. What do you mean? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I've been, bruh. That's okay. Look at that pose. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Okay, fine. It's the feet. It's the feet, okay? Fine, it's the feet. You should retire to the grave. He was already there, actually. And then he came back. Feet. I would like to direct the court's attention to this area right here. To the feet. So wait, I just wanna see. Oh my gosh, the pants are too long. Oh my gosh, I would not have gotten that. You can see this person's ankles. It would be one thing, however you can't. What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. Udgard. I'm gonna make this song a sound redeem. You can't stop me. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with an actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Oh my gosh, you can see his feet. Please pay attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks! You can see his socks! Oh my gosh! Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. I don't know, it doesn't really look like he's holding them up to me. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant.
Wow! Clearly.
I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Oh my gosh, Edworth isn't phased. I can't believe this. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. What if he's actually on our side for some reason? I don't... Yeah. It's just a little, yeah, actually... That's just this entire game. The person in this photo is not Matangard. Then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. Don't people find it weird that Mia continues to grow up with Phoenix during trials despite her death in her prior game? Show up. I don't... We've already established that this... I don't think anybody in this universe, like, acknowledges the creating technique of just, like, taking on the body of a dead person. It's just never acknowledged, and they just keep glossing over it, and at this point, I'm too tired to question it. People only notice the complete change in body when it's relevant to the plot. Literally, though! Except not even then!
hate this game. I figured it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. Our job is to show that it's not Matt on guard that was the murderer. It's not our job to find the real one. We just have to show it's not Matt on guard. Who's the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? I don't freaking know! It's not my job! Who's the shorty? I need heights here. I need heights. I can't function with just ages. I need heights. How tall is she? I bet it was Pearl. Who's just over this Phoenix? It's very simple. What you should be focusing on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? It was you in the suit! It was you! Who's the person in this photograph? Look at this photograph! Every time I do it makes me laugh. Who was the person in the photograph? I bet it was Miles, actually. Like, I don't know. Adrian? Okay, look. Okay, look. Look, here's the thing. What if it is Edward? It was Maya! She's done it again! She would though. What if I do show him? When did I last save? When did I last save? I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. But here's the thing. It's Old Bag's testimony was very clear that Adrian was, like, not present at the time of the murder. But, like, also, you can't trust anything Old Bag says. I want to do it! Are you saying this is who you think was in the costume? Well, I know there isn't a lot to back me up here, but sometimes I wonder about you. Do you just pick the first piece of evidence you see? I can't believe it. I didn't think you would mess up here of all places. I really thought I had it. No, I want to reload. Oh man, all the way back here. Oh wait, this isn't that far. Who is the person in the photograph? It's Edward being the person in the costume explains why he was gone for a year. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. We didn't see Edgeworth for the first time till after the murder occurred. As far as we know as the player, he arrived after the previous trial. At some point after the previous trial, Edgeworth returned, but we did not see him as Phoenix until after the murder. I'm just saying. You want to know who that Nickel Samurai is? It is none other than this woman. Secretly a hitman? New profession. He got a taste for blood in the previous game, and now he wants more. He needs more. He's so sus. Why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. Wow! Wow, Phoenix. Just because she's like 2 inches shorter than you doesn't mean she's short, okay? She is average height for a woman. That implies that Phoenix Wright is like
5'6". He would be, though. She can freely move in and out of Mr. Udgard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Udgard that night. How does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Udgard's fingerprints all over it. Now, how did she carry it with the gloves on and didn't, like, smudge it all? I don't know. We're contradicting our own points here. We're contradicting our own points because we were like they couldn't have been in costume because of the fingerprints. But now we're saying that they were in costume, and how would they carry it over? Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. On behalf of all short people, how dare you feed The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corda. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Did she, though? Looks like this trial has had a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a what? A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Uh-oh. Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness. It means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? Oh no, Maya! If we don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Oh no! What? No, see, here's the thing. She's already, like, escaped because she's, like, girl boss or whatever, and she's gonna, like, barge into the court, be like, hey guys, what's up? And then because she's back with us, then we can be like, okay, well, we can go till tomorrow, it's fine. And move on with our lives as if nothing happened. We shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. I don't know, I kind of want to wait and see because I feel like Maya's just gonna like barge through the doors. Wait, hang on. I can't. I'm being blackmailed. Continue the trial. We must pass the verdict today. Can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she's not... Oh my gosh, Maya? OMG, Maya? Oh, Edgeworth. I abhor wasting such valuable time. OMG, Edgeworth? Are you actually on my side or something? Oh my gosh, can't believe this. Oh my gosh. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. What? We cannot continue due to an unexpected development. Objection, I'm stalling for time. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. What do you mean by that? Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoena Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan, by the way. Even if Wright is a bit slow to catch on. What? Huh? Who needs justice when you can do things as quickly as possible? Exactly. Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. Oh my gosh, he like planned ahead. She is the next witness. Edgy! Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Oh my gosh, it was him! He is the murderer! How else would he have everything? How else would he know exactly what we're gonna say? How else would he know if he was not the killer? Edgeworth is the killer! Looks like this battle's far from over. We will call the next witness, however. Before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Thank goodness, because it's been 3 hours on the dot. Court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. Perfect timing. It's almost like I planned for all of those sections where I just get so, like, confused. It's almost like I plan all of this in advance. I've not played this game before.
Why does anarchy constantly follow me wherever I go? I'm trying to be a good person.
Yeah, so anyway, did I run ads today? I'm pretty sure I did. Did I? Probably. Bridgeworth. Okay. If you say so.
Why don't you say so?
Add in stretch break. Dude, we're ending. Get wrecked, nerd. Dude. I mean, I can run an ad. Get wrecked, map hack. Mr. Non-sub. Twitch.tv/ I see that Yuha is live. Your ad powers don't work on you. You don't know why. Are you using an ad blocker? Because I condone it. Is anybody other than Yuha live right now that you want to recommend, or maybe I should hold up for a hot second until the ad stops running. You're too tech illiterate to know how to use ad blocker? Well, in that case, you're just that cool, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so the ads are finished. I hope everybody is back now because I'm talking to you guys. I am referring to you guys, the chat. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Who do you guys want to raid? Yuha is live. Is there anybody else who may be live that you want to suggest we raid? Maybe somebody new that we haven't raided before. If not, we can just raid Yuha. Could also raid a Final Fantasy 3 speed run. Pull a dad joke. Recently, I sat next to a baby on an airplane. I had no idea human beings could cry for 12 hours straight. I think even the baby was impressed by how long I could go. Lol. Not really a dad joke. That's not really a pun. That was just... Wow. Wow. Just wow. Meh. Meh. Yeah, that wasn't really like a dad joke. That was just sad individual. Yeah. Yeah, I think that one's going into the recycling bin. Sad joke. Sad. Yeah, so, had to walk the dogs and check mail. What happened? I told a really bad joke. Not like a bad as in inappropriate, but bad as in like it was just not a good joke. Okay, that's weird. I'm scrolling through the Christian tag and I just saw myself. That's weird. Any suggestions for who to raid? Doesn't have to necessarily be Christian, just a good time, positive vibes, doesn't swear too much or inappropriate anyways, those kind of things. You can look for raid, or we can just raid Yuha. That's also an option. I just like to spread it out a little bit, and you know, I don't like raiding the same person like too many times in a row. I guess. Yeah, like there's 2 people I'm following who are online right now. One is, like I said, Final Fantasy 3 speed run. Another is, what is that? What game is that? Stellar Blade? Never heard of it. Someone in the Say So tag streaming Genshin. Most everyone you watch offline right now. Yeah, it's not that. I'd say that's the one kind of poopy thing about the time that I haven't. No, what the poop, like kind of meh thing about me streaming at the time that I do. I find that there's not a whole lot of people to raid into, at least not from people that like I know. I have not, Game Guy. I don't hear about games. With my time zone, hour of the day. I put my schedule out in Eastern. Christian art stream, but no mic. Okay, we'll just raid Yuha. Bye-bye. Killeth kill? Oh wait, hang on. Let me cancel that raid just to check this person out real quick. Vampire Viking. Interesting. Do you guys like Hunt Showdown? You guys want to watch that? Or are you all just gonna go to Yuha anyway? Never heard of it? Really? Okay. Who's in my recommendations? You guys want to raid Rocket League? Why are they in my recommendations? Okay, I'm making the decision. Bye-bye. I made this decision. Killeth kill, I will keep in the back burner for a future day. But I don't think that's kind of like. I don't wanna say it's like not the kind of vibe that I'm looking for, but like I don't know. Probably actually like give a follow so that I actually like, you know, remember them.
Okay. Go have fun with Yuha. Cool dude. What's he playing right now? He goes to stream. Oh, I'm so... The Evil Within 2. What's with all the dark games? Why is everyone playing a dark game today? Anyways. Go have fun over there. And I will see you guys next week. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.